Hi, I'm Hannah, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's episode, we are gonna buy paint. I chose the purple paint because it's the same kind of colours as my brand, and I just wanted a space that was cozy and comfortable for me to work in, as well as filming on my new YouTube channel videos and other content for my skincare brand. And of course, every trip needs a new plant. I love plants. Plants are friends. I think they liven the space up and they make it really cozy. If you like my fluffy heart, I made it. If you want a fluffy heart, just send me a message and I'll send you one. Fluffy hearts all around! Alright! We are on day 2 of renovating the studio. I have got my new slippers on. I know. They're very cozy. I've spent the first part of the morning just absolutely blitzing the house because I'm very anxious and I'm suffering a lot with anxiety and stuff at the moment, so I decided to clean the whole house because that's what I do. Tell me how you cope with your anxiety and maybe you can give me some tips. Anyway, we still need to do this wall and then we're going to be done, and then we can do some packing ASMR. Oh, Jesus. I just built the pain. I feel like I'm one of those people that no matter like how many procedures I put in place to be clean, I just end up getting mess everywhere. I thought we could talk about mental health while you watch me paint, because I think it's actually really good to talk about mental health problems while you're distracting yourself from doing something else. See, I've been going through like a huge mental health, would I say crises? Maybe not, maybe more. I don't know, maybe I would say crises. I guess it's difficult. See, all my life I've been avoiding trauma or things that had happened to me, but I haven't realised it. Because like where I come from, the north of England, northeast of England, there's a huge culture for women to get on with it and don't whinge, don't moan, don't talk about stuff, just get on with it. And that kind of culture has been ingrained into me my whole life. My grandmother was the same, my mother was the same, but it's all been so unhealthy. You know, my grandmother has been, bless her soul now, she's no longer with us, but she suppressed a lot all of the time. I don't know about you, but I definitely believe in, you know, ancestral trauma and carrying trauma and unresolved trauma through to future generations. Ah! I just stood in pain. yeah, it's really healthy to process traumas, even if it's something that you feel that you want to talk about in terms of the women in your family that have, or even anyone in your family who've undergone trauma and they haven't processed it, or you might think that they've actually passed it on to you. I'm a firm believer in it. In the first lockdown, I went crazy, as did everyone, I understand that, but I was asking a lot of questions about myself that I had never ever asked, because I was always just dissociating and avoiding my trauma. And it was a lot of questions about my mother, you know, like, why was she so sad? Did she have undiagnosed bipolar? Why don't we talk about her? And, you know, I was ringing up my aunties and, like, family members who I'd never spoken to for years, just to ask questions, to talk about her and figure out who she was. Because she died when I was 9, 10. And, like, the more I age, the more I realise that I am her and she is me, and a lot of her actions and her traumas in life have put me to where I am now. And, you know, that shit needs processing. Like, the shit my mum went through, and, you know, I feel that pain as though it's in my soul. And my grandmother, and maybe I'll do another video on maybe what happened to me, but I am actually writing some memoirs because I'm feeling writing at the moment is a lot easier than speaking. I'm feeling really overwhelmed with speaking and making people understand how I feel. Do any of you just like crack on doing stuff and you're like, no music, no nothing? I'd really like to know if there's any of you out there who do suffer from dissociation and what your experience of it has been like. I was diagnosed a year ago this month, actually. And for me, it's been a whole learning experience about myself and who I am and why I am the way I am, and it's kind of enlightened me. And it would be good to know if there's any of you out there who have the same thing and what your experiences are, because I think it's not a thing that is talked about a lot. You know, I didn't really know it was a thing. I didn't even know I had it. I just knew that I thought it was actually the fact that I had a really strong imagination, that I could just go away and or like disappear and then come to and I'm like somewhere else. And I never thought it was a part of my complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I have no idea. I guess that's what 100 quid a pop for therapy gets you, a diagnosis. Yeah, me and my dad split the costs because I'm from a working class family, and I couldn't wait on the NHS. I was just it was so long, and I just wasn't getting better, and I needed to see someone. So if you've never been into therapy, it's awesome. It's really hard and it's really hard actually. It's actually really hard. But there's moments that I feel that I would hate to know where I would be right now if it wasn't for therapy. Like, that first lockdown, I was so bad, and in hindsight now I realise how much I've just been trying to suppress everything all the time, distract myself constantly. My boundaries are not healthy, and I make really bad choices, and everything I do is jeopardising a life that I'm trying to build around me, and I just needed to stop. I needed to stop running and catch my breath, you know? And therapy is really good for that, because, I mean, my therapist is awesome, because she's basically like, Hannah, no wonder you are up, because, you know, what you're telling me is really bad. And that's the point, you know, with my disorder, is I don't think it's happened to me. It's happened to somebody else. But it is me. Oh, God. Setting boundaries is really, really, really hard, and it takes a lot of courage and understanding of what you want in your life and how you're going to get it. And you need support around you, for sure. And you need to remind yourself that setting a boundary is the best for you. It might not be the best for anyone else, but it's the best for you. And you might lose friends, you know, you might piss people off, but maybe they aren't supposed to be there to begin with, you know? Some of the people that I choose to incorporate into my life often trigger me and make me feel so anxious, and I know why they are there, because I put them there, and because they feed a part of my soul that has been neglected over time and continues to get neglected by me. And I put them there, you know, I did everything to put them there. And I actually and I harboured the behaviours that we did and do, those unhealthy behaviours that trigger me. And so what I'm trying to say is that it's not about blaming anyone, you know, it's not about blaming yourself or blaming the other people that are in your life who don't serve you. It's about understanding. It's about setting your boundaries and really being honest and active in your journey to becoming a better version of yourself. I guess I'm learning with time that there is a child in me that needs my care and love. And I've been neglecting myself for a long time. And I've been putting myself in dangerous positions, and I've been saving face for a long time, and I'm tired of that now. I just want to be me and look after myself, and if that's my job, that's my job, you know? Because I can't cope. I need care and special special treatment, and I've been avoiding that till now, and I've been neglected for a long time. And I'm finding the strength and courage to take care of myself, you know. And it's a long, long journey, but it will pay off. And if you're still listening, thank you. And reach out to me in the comments, because I would love to hear if you've been affected by anything that I've been talking about today, or if you want to reach out and share anything, or yeah. Thank you. Bouncy ball. I'm on the bouncy ball. I'm on a bouncy ball. I'm on a bouncy ball. Oh my god, I'm crazy.